we have 20 cards left. All 3 of them are in the bottom 20 cards. We've got so unlucky. It's our last Genesis. Still have the same bullshit opponent. Same bullshit. We haven't been able to cast anything. Here it is. It's kind of what we ended up at, which seemed to work very well. All right, so for our ramp, we went with Chromatic Lantern, which basically makes all of our lands have tap, add 1 mana of any color. This basically fixes all of our land issues. We also have Blood Sun, so all of our lands come into play untapped, and every land on the battlefield loses all abilities except mana abilities. So with that, we also have Lotus Field, so that means Lotus Field comes into play untapped, and we don't have to sacrifice any lands for it. This also has amazing synergy with Fall of the Thran. The Fall of the Thran, when it comes into play, destroy all lands, and then, beginning of my next turn, each player returns 2 lands from their graveyard to the battlefield. Which, if we already have Blood Sun and a Lotus Field, or 2, in the graveyard, then we bring back 2 Lotus Fields untapped, and then all of a sudden we have 6 mana on our next turn when opponent's at 2. And it just puts us in an incredible lead. And at that point, it's almost just game over right there. It's so hard to come back from that. But yeah, Ixalan's Binding, we have a couple of those just to deal with planeswalkers or really heavy creatures that we can't deal with. A couple Settle the Wreckages, this is good just to flood them with a ton of lands and then just blow them all up with Fall of the Thran the next turn. It's really good. Shatter the Sky, general board wipe, blow up all their stuff. We have Karn. This is amazing for card draw. Usually you always get a land from it. Later on in the game, you can also build up a ton of Karn structs, which are the artifact token creatures. And with all the artifacts being the Chromatic Lantern and the ones we get from the other Karn, they become huge. So it's also a win con late game. With the other Karn, we have a sideboard that's all artifacts, so we can get outside of the game, which is also another win condition. And his +1 ability turns a non-creature artifact into a creature with converted mana cost as its power and toughness, which is what we do with, where is it? Godpharaoh Statue. So we turn Godpharaoh Statue into a creature, then it's a 6/6 legendary creature where opponent spells cost 2 colorless less, or 2 colorless more to cast. And what we do with that is we also equip Helm of the Host on it, which means at the beginning of our combat, make a copy of it. And if it's legendary, it's not legendary anymore. So now at that point, we have 2 Godpharaoh Statues, which means opponent spells cost 4 colorless more to cast every turn, and then it just doubles every time, or not doubles, but it increases by 2 colorless every single turn. So at that point, once it gets going, if opponent can't deal with it within 1, maybe 2 turns, it's game over. There's nothing they can do about it. We have 1 Vertebrae for some recursion, help prevent mill a little bit, Shadow Spear to get rid of some stuff, lose Hexproof so that we can either Glass Casket for whatever reason, or if we need to, Ixalan's Binding. Treasure Map, yeah, Treasure Map is really good with Karn. The issue with Treasure Map is we have Blood Sun out, and we're also using Fall of the Thran. So with Fall of the Thran, if the map is already flipped and it dies, we can't bring it back. That's the shittiest part. That's why we don't use it. That is why we don't use it. I would love it because I love Treasure Map, but I find it hard to actually use it when we're also having Fall of the Thran out. And then with Blood Sun out, we can't draw a card from it. So that part kind of sucks too. But outside that, the big ones, we have Ugin for a Planeswalker. This just makes endless creatures. All of our colorless spells are 2 less to cast, which a lot of the stuff we have is colorless. So it helps a lot. Ruinous Ultimatum, amazing. An entire board wipe for the opponent. It's insane. Genesis Ultimatum, this puts up to 5 permanents. Basically, we're drawing 5 cards. If any of them are permanents, it puts them onto the battlefield untapped. So we can put 5 lands into play untapped, which is nice. But we've also had the point where we put down a Blood Sun. We had a Blood Sun, we did Genesis Ultimatum, and we got 3 Lotus Fields off it, which was also crazy. And then I think we got a Karn outside of it as well. It was awesome. That's pretty much it. That's the basis of the deck. I clicked on the creature and then I saw the card from the top flip over and the creature game made. I was like, oh, wrong one. Random ass podcast started playing. Sorry, opponent. Sorry. Alright, got a shatter. That's nice. I made a mono blue deck full of Jace cards. It was annoying. Me and my friends just play for fun. Nice. Hey, your English is fine. Yeah, your English is fine. Oh. What does that cost to mutate? Did we kill this? Or do we just Karn plus? Yeah, opponent's ramping hard. I just don't know what into yet. That's why I'm worried. I kind of just need to secure a land. Alright, well, they give me another Karn. It's fucking rude. Yeah, they're gonna play something next turn. This thing. Spells you cast of the... So they're all gonna be beasts. It's a lot of land. I think I should have killed it. What do you know? A couple lands. Nice. Opponent's gonna be sad if we hit a Fall of the Thran off this Genesis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. Okay.
I will not lose another friend.
Take it back. The Paradise Druid. let's see what Karn gets us this time around. Couple lanterns, okay. Doesn't really help us. That's not bad. We take those. Those colorless looking, it's actually not terrible. It's not terrible. It's getting very scary right now, though. Okay. I'm in love with your tech. Oh, mutate. I know, this is sweet.
I will be better prepared next time.
Awesome. I guess we'll see what else Karn's got for us. We already have an Ugin. We already have a Lotus. So we'll probably Genesis next turn. We really need to hit a Fall of the Thran. We have 32 cards left. Maybe I just need to start making big old creatures. This one doesn't. The Ruinous one doesn't. Yeah. It's pretty good. Where are my things?
Curiosity and wonder drive civilization. Not petty, the fabric of the multiverse obeys me.
What do I discard? One of these cards? Yeah. So we don't need like 15 of them. We have 20 cards left. All 3 of them are in the bottom 20 cards. We've got so unlucky. It's our last Genesis.
I will seek other allies.
Will you seek other allies? Luckily, we have another Ugin in our hands, so we can... I mean, technically, we could just exile that. Let's see. Blue, 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 red, red, green, green, and then just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. You fucking kidding me right now?
We are but motes in a vast multiverse. My plans do not include you.
It's gonna suck because they're not gonna bring back historic ranked for a while. Oh, we got Blood Sun. Got the Blood Sun. We play both of these tapped lands, which is nice. Check lands. Okay. So if we top deck a land, that's good because then we can play Karn on curve. Not erasure. Force. They could get a few things here. Probably the Karn, if I were to take a guess. If I were to take a guess. Yep. So they can always counter the binding. They have to have a target on the battlefield for that to do anything. I think they said, I don't know, someone told me it was 6 weeks after the release of a new set.
Sorry I'm late. Here we go.
Didn't get a single fucking land. What is happening?
No, I am not making
Come on.
this up as I go.
We have a 50% chance to get a land. Thank you. I mean, now they have a counter. Or they just have Elspeth Conqueror's Death, and they're just gonna exile the Ixalan's Binding. Or they have a bouncy bouncer. They have so many answers. Deputy of Detention. I see. I see.
This isn't a fight you can win. Trust me, I have a plan.
Dot erasure on my upkeep. No. Good way they want us to play standard, but man, that sucks. Yeah.
That's according to plan.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Got a new Golos Cabal decks on Aether Hub. Nothing have any mana payoff. Dread Presence, Tendrils, and Corruption. I actually really want to try that. I like that a lot. Got it. I was looking at my hand like, what the fuck is this? Like, he just puts a land in the graveyard just to taunt me. Sweet. Cool. Awesome. It's great. I love it.
I wonder if you're brave enough to overcome your fears. Terror lurks among us. The shadows awaken.
I wonder if they get 2 lands off the top. What do you guys think? What do you think?
I'm known for my excellent timing.
They don't know we have another Shatter, so that's nice. now I think I have to Ixalan's binding the Ashiok, because I think that's going to be a problem. I've seen cooler decks that focus on Dread Presence, Crucible of Worlds. What they get? Oh, they got a Lantern and a land? Fuck. Oh, do they have counters? Okay.
Back to shadows and
Come on. Oh, land. Come on. All right, we got some. This just puts us at an even playing field. That's all it does. Really all it does. Except they're probably gonna start hitting land drops.
Done the hero thing before.
Planes and that one. Yeah, I think we could actually make one that's a bit better than the opponent did.
This might be a bad idea.
If they bounce that, we're super sad. Whew, that was close. Need a black source if we can. I don't think we had any. I guess we don't need it. Need blue and blue and a red. Maybe I should have just put down Karn. Yeah, I think I should have just put down Karn. I don't know if they bounce the Ixalan's binding or the Blood Sun. Yep. Still have the same bullshit, opponent. Same bullshit. We haven't been able to cast anything. It's like, oh. They have all three of our Thrans now. That is very upsetting.
I'll protect you.
That's their third Thought Erasure, I believe. Yeah, third Thought Erasure. Okay. Not sure why they didn't counter that if they had a counter.
our actions determine the course of history.
Some people do masterminds for the Banefire. Yeah, exactly. That's what I would have done. But for black, I would have also put in like Jozu Vess. Because Jozu's like an amazing creature. Aww. Rude. Today, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I don't have another green source, so he can bounce my lantern.
I've got time.
Doesn't bounce my lantern. Seems odd. Not sure why. Doesn't really help us. Doesn't really help us. Still have 2 more Genesis in our hand. This is the last 2 that we have, but like I don't even know what the fuck.
Let's try this.
Don't know why opponent isn't bouncing my Ixalan's binding. Okay. We have stuff. Definitely have stuff.
Ever existed. A matter of time. Past is unwritten.
Yeah. Okay, so I still don't know what the opponent's doing, which is kind of a problem. We need to get one of our Karns out. Like, so if we get this Karn out, we're in a decent position. I don't know what the opponent's doing. It's very worrisome to me.
This experience still.
Okay. Ooh. It's pretty good. How many cards do I have? 14 cards. I have no idea how I win at this point.
My purpose is greater than myself.
Oh, I needed an Ugin before that.
Recklessness and fear are the seeds of desire. Secrets manifest before you.
Oh shit. All right.
Behold, my epilogue of doom.
Okay. It's free.
I am not frightened by you.
Yeah, it just got fucking real.
My plans
Evil must not be tolerated. Some solutions must be built.
Okay, he's dead next turn. That was horrifying. 57% win rate. We went 27 and 20. We have a 0% win rate on the draw. That's so weird. We do not do well against mono red. That's sad. Destroy Golgari. It's kind of cool. Yo, what up, YouTube? Yeah, we going here, Strider. Come on. You didn't really think that I was that type of person, did you? Thank you everyone so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you were even a little bit entertained by this video, please make sure to let me know down below. And if you have anything that you would like to see next, go ahead and leave that there too. And make sure to check out my live stream 5 days a week, every day except Sunday and Thursday. Stream times down below.